Ladies and gentlemen, this week's episode of Just a Couple of Thoughts has been brought to you by Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon, the keto-friendly cereal that only has 4 net carbs per serving. I think 4 or 5. You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I made this whole thing up. It's not Magic Spoon. We need you to like and subscribe so that Magic Spoon will sponsor us. Please, just like it, review, rate, whatever. Give us a 1-star. Tell us how bad it is. We know how much haters like to hate. Just do something. That is a banger.
Yes.
That's what the kids say these days.
That's
banger.
right. I love every time we listen to our theme song, Adam is like, damn, this is the best music I've ever done.
I've honestly never heard a better song.
Yeah.
Other than the one I
you
ripped
are
off of.
so enthusiastic. No, it's all original. It's all original stuff.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, babe?
What's up? How are you? I never asked how you are.
I'm so pissed off.
Oh my God. It's coming
can't
in
even
hot.
Think straight. I'm so angry.
Oh my God.
I can't tell you. I've never been this angry in my entire life.
Yeah, you're red. You're a tomato right
red.
now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know, I really gotta, tell you about this coffee situation.
Oh God.
I went to make coffee before the show, and I opened up the maker, and the last batch is in there from this morning, and there's like a pound of coffee in there. That's so much.
No, it was.
I was like, it was like I couldn't even like lift it up because there was so much that like it was like gonna tear the bottom of the filter, and I was like, yo, this is literally like, this has got to be like a third of a bag of coffee or something right here.
Go hard.
What that's like 300 milligrams or something.
Yeah, I got a little crazy this morning. I needed it.
Yeah, you needed it.
I needed it. So
I'm gonna start making you use a scale.
No,
that's what we do at work. We have a
don't you dare.
We have a very specific. It's ironic that a place where we do programming has a very specific set of instructions for how to make coffee, and it's like they're very specific. 85 grams, no more, no less. We've done the testing.
Sure,
we know this is the optimal amount of coffee that can be used for this machine specifically. For
science doesn't lie.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone pays attention to it, honestly.
No. Yeah,
it's very intimidating.
I went a little crazy. I'll admit it. I usually don't go that hard. And I had a moment where I looked at it too, because I did a little shake and I thought, this is a little too much.
See, you knew.
I know. All right. I knew.
You're always giving me shit for not using enough.
Yeah, because Adam's is like not see-through, but it's light.
Yeah.
That shit is light. It's coffee flavored.
It's still dark.
No, it's not. I've if I take it up and I look at it and I can still see like some light in it, you know. I'm not saying the black is black, but I need more dark.
Well, it just means it looks filtered. It looks distilled. You know, I like that look.
Okay.
that's how I look at it.
To each their own.
I just don't like having to grind every other day.
Yeah.
You know, I like having just enough to get me through a week.
Yeah.
You know, in the canister of pre-ground coffee. I don't like having to just continuously grind beans every other day.
Well, to be fair, you are usually the one who puts it in there, so you don't have to worry about me too much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I think we'll be okay.
I'm gonna get my scale out of the weed box, and
I have a scale.
And we're gonna make it the coffee scale.
I have a scale, but if we take it out, I will refuse to use it.
Okay. Well,
I just want you to know.
harsh.
I just want you to know.
That's a little aggressive.
Even the suggestion enrages me.
So
So
we're
that's just where we stand.
Another thing
This
on
is
the
where we
counter,
stand.
I guess.
This is just what it is.
Yeah.
Guess that's it.
All right.
Guess
well,
that's that then.
We're broken up.
Yep. All right. Well, let's finish this out. Let's finish this out first, and then we'll go our separate ways.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Just a Couple of Thoughts.
Just a couple of thoughts.
We are in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I said that. That's where we always are. But
Just as a reminder.
It's great. We love Louisville. We're gonna stay here forever.
Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Actually, bourbon, horses.
I am bummed we didn't go to that St. Joe's picnic.
Oh yeah, they
I
got
think
a
that would've been
big
tight.
old picnic going on.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. One time when I was at a coffee shop near the picnic, there was a homeless guy loitering in the patio. Mm-hmm. Which, to be fair, I was also loitering. So
yeah, you love to loiter.
No shade thrown, but he was. I mean, he had to have been 5 1/4. 550 pounds or something.
Oh,
he was a big dude.
Holy shit! Okay.
Gigantic African American fellow. And he, obviously was dirty, and his clothes, I guess he had just gotten from like a shelter. And so he was wearing this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It was probably, I think it was like 2017 when this happened. He was wearing a Trump 2016 shirt, but it was clearly not his because it was like 2 sizes too small.
Oh no.
So he was like wearing like a medium. It was like a medium.
Oh.
And everything was just out.
Coming out.
Gut out, ass crack, just at least 3 to 4 inches of the crack was protruded.
Long crack.
And he's just chilling, and this kind of yuppie-ish white couple had just gotten back from the picnic. They were just having a nice little nightcap. Mm-hmm. And they saw him there, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, we won like 4 cakes from the cakewalk. Would you like one?" He's like, "Yes, I would like one. Thank you.
You know I would.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that." And they're so happy with themselves. They're like, "Oh, yeah, absolutely, buddy. Enjoy."
They probably posted it somewhere.
"Do you want a fork? We'll get you a fork. Do you need one?" He's like, "I would like that. Thank you. Absolutely." And then he just starts going in. I think it was a carrot cake. And he just, an entire cake, just blah, 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 blah.
Oh, man.
Which, again, if you're homeless, of course, you get food where you can. Also, he was huge. I mean, I wonder where he maybe he was freshly homeless.
Yeah,
He hasn't
that
burned
happens.
the cows yet.
I was about to say, also, he's getting the food where he can, but he's not exercising, I'm assuming.
He's probably doing a lot of walking, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's doing more walking than I am.
I don't know. I can only, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Hopefully.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But that was a cool night.
Yeah. Oh, I know. White people love patting themselves on the back for contributing to another person's sorrow in some way. And
improving it marginally in a split moment.
Well, yeah, 100%. And it's like, I'm not going to discourage any type of assistance people give out. Mm-hmm. I think we should allow that to flourish in our society.
We need to.
But it's the fucking like, not entitlement. It's the glee that comes from it in a way it's not just, we did a good thing. It's like, we are saints.
It's the emotional agenda.
Yeah.
That people who can give receive.
And if you're the person who's just always posting about the good shit you do, you're not my people.
Don't trust you.
It's a little suspicious to me that you always got to be pushing about how good of a person you are.
Yeah. If I ever get hit up by a homeless person for money, I I will do it. But I will do it begrudgingly. Like, oh, fuck, you got me. Yeah, dude, here you go, man. It's like I'm a kid running through the Legends of the Hidden Temple, and one of the tribes dude sneaks out of nowhere. It's like, I got you. Like,
it's
oh,
the
fuck,
most terrifying that. I hated those moments.
It's like that, but with homeless people in money. Like, here's a couple bucks.
Yeah.
There you go. So
it's because our society is broken.
But I'll still do it. It's because it's important.
Right.
But I don't get out of here.
Well, I don't think anyone is really. I mean, regardless of how good of a person you are, I don't think anyone is like, I'd love to give money to everyone I can, because you're just trying to get through the day. And when you're doing something, I think, especially if you're not in a good place or whatever is happening in your life, you're in a rush, who knows, some rando person coming up to you and then giving you like a story, because there's always a story attached to it. Like, I don't know if I told you this. One time, my friend and I, downtown Cleveland, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, it's dark, and because we were doing crazy shit. By crazy, I mean walking around.
Okay.
I really don't know how late, but it was night. And some dude came up to us who was clearly gonna ask us for money and said, hey, oh no, don't worry, I'm not like a rapist or anything, which is how he began the conversation. So we're already like, okay, so don't believe you. I feel like I'm in the most dangerous position I've ever been in my life. So I don't know how we're gonna come, get through this, get over this hump.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened, but
he should just wear a t-shirt that says "not a rapist." And
not a rapist.
That would probably disarm you guys quicker.
I would have felt so much better if he just put it on something, If he would have had a sign too, that would have been helpful. Just approaching us, and then we'd see the sign and we'd be like, oh, thank God. Okay, what do you need?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Oh, you're not a rapist. Okay.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I thought you were, but then, I saw you from 20 yards.
I'm letting my guard all the way down now.
Yeah. You had time to think about it.
Had time to think about it, had time to ponder. So that wasn't great. But I don't think anyone is ecstatic to, be having a chat with somebody and they're kind of encroaching on their space. Yeah. But then there's this also, I can say for me that I'm like, this is a fucking shitty situation. And if I have something, I'll give you something. Sometimes it's just too much though. A lot of people don't carry cash, but
I don't.
Well, and then I had another instance where I told you about this as well, is some dude came up to me outside of a thrift shop and he was like, do you have any change? And I am an idiot. And I was going to go to like Coinstar. And I think I was like, and I was like taking out change of this big thing of change. Yeah. And he looked at the change, he looked at me and he was like, are you going to give me all of it? Like he legitimately looked at me like, you can't just take a big thing of change out, give me a select amount, and then walk away like I can't use the rest of it. Right. And I think I was joking like, oh, okay, you want all of it. And I gave it to him and I was like, damn, oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to say no. Now I'm like, oh, even though I was like, that's fucking rude. What am I? He's like, well, it must be nice to have a home. And I'm like, well, you got me there.
Yeah. I think that's part of, surviving on the streets is you gotta know how far you can push it without pushing it too far.
I think he knew what was up.
Yeah.
I think he knew what was up with me in my like bubbly demeanor. He's like, this bitch is going to give me all these coins. And he wasn't wrong.
Yeah. One time I was at a Thornton's gas station and I remember a homeless guy was very aggressively asking me for money, almost to the point where it kind of almost felt like I was being mugged because he came on so strong. It was almost with the implication of like, if you don't give me something, I will fuck you up.
Oh my God.
And I didn't have anything to give him, so I just gave him the change in my car. Yeah. I'm like, here you go, buddy.
Were you in the car when he asked you, or did he follow you back to your car to get the money?
I had just gotten out of my car to go inside, and he met me immediately as I got out of the car.
Oh, see, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Because you have to go in there. You're kind of trapped.
Yeah. One time I had a guy, I was going through a drive-through ATM.
Oh no.
Which is always the worst, right? Because you're isolated. It's just you.
Oh my God.
And then I didn't even know. He came to the side of, he walked up to the passenger side window of my car. And I look over, and I didn't even notice him until he was right up on me.
Yikes.
So I'm just looking, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, and he just starts going to this spiel. He shows me his license. He's like, look, I'm a citizen. I'm from Cleveland or some Ohio City. I need a bus, ticket. Can you blah, blah, blah. And I ended up giving him something. But luckily, I think he had done it before I pulled any money out.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like I was going to give him like money that I'd withdrawn.
Oh, so you could give him something you had on you, and then he could be on his way.
Yeah, but I think that was his game, though. It was like, I'll hit him up as they're coming out of the ATM.
That is...
Again, implication,
That's... I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because it's like... Because he's like, I know... literally everyone's go-to line is, sorry, I don't have any money on me. And I've seen, on 2 occasions, I've seen somebody say, there's an ATM over here. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, the only reason is money. But like, bitch, I'm saying that because I'm not giving you anything. Yeah. And the second one, I had someone like say they had Venmo. I'm not kidding. I'm like, that's...
Well, how hard is it to set up a Venmo these
Honestly,
days?
Though. Yeah, so it's uncomfortable for sure. But that's, man.
That's an interesting idea. I mean, why aren't more... Because, there are obviously a ton of panhandlers just like on the street corner, right? Or at the light, when you get off the exit, shit like that. Like, why not just make a sign that's like, at, home dude 23, that would probably be a much easier way to solicit donations.
Well, not everyone has a bank account or a card to put it to. So there's a lot.
And if it's a bank account, it's taxable, right? It's taxes income.
It depends. Well, no, donations, there's like a maximum amount that you can give someone before it's taxable. And like they're not doing their taxes, baby. Come on now.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a bank account, doesn't the bank know if you're paying your taxes or not?
No.
They don't?
They don't know.
They can't just freeze your assets? Like,
no, the bank isn't.
You haven't done your taxes in 6 years, buddy.
No, there'd have to be, but they'd have to be like tipped off by somebody else.
The IRS was like, yo, shut it down.
Yeah, they need to intervene or whatever, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of issues, with that.
If anyone's an accountant or with the IRS, please let us know.
Can you put in the comments? In the comments below?
Or actually, this is actually a great opportunity for me to mention. We, and when I say we, I mean we have a website now.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Adam has a website.
I have a website.
Yeah. Which is great. You made it yourself.
I made it myself.
I'm proud of you.
I was very impressed with myself. But yeah, and we have a new email. If you guys want to write in, ask us any questions.
Suggestions are welcome.
Yeah, so the website is adamacreycomedy.com. I'm the only person to have ever created a comedy website before actually writing material.
Mm-hmm. You're getting ready.
I'm getting ready.
You are manifesting it, which I appreciate.
I'm just inching my way closer and closer to mediocrity, which is great. Mm-hmm. But let me see. I'm pulling up the website now. Stall for time. But we have a form there. You can ask questions, or you can just send us the email at mail@jacotstudios.com. JACOT studios.com. Wouldn't that be cool if we had reader mail? That would be sick.
Yeah, it would be cool. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the suggests, the comments.
I think that's honestly like one of the best parts of having a show is getting to interact with people.
Right. And also maybe the worst part sometimes.
Maybe the worst part. Yeah, for sure. But just a little like, hey, what is this? What do you think about this?
What?
Hey, we heard about like, for example, as you guys may know, last week we were talking about espionage. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned that I had a substitute teacher who was a CIA agent.
Yes.
And I was like, he had no good stories. Well, apparently a friend of mine, shout out to Michael, was listening to the story. Was like, yo, he was actually an FBI agent, which to me is like, told you.
Yeah, which not the same, but
Not the same, but he was something.
yeah.
And then apparently, like, the guy met like this notorious Russian double agent who apparently was responsible for like one of the worst compromises in CIA intelligence in the world, or in history, in US history. Ended up like resulting in like a ton of like agents being compromised and getting killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's really interesting.
So just crazy shit.
Yeah.
So that someone could have written that in.
Yeah.
But your friend just texted you and was like, "This is what's what." Which
that's lame.
You had to educate. You had to be educated on it.
I don't want to text people. That sucks.
Well, that's too much.
That's way too much.
I feel like we're kind of. I mean, you and I were talking about this. This isn't kind of the same vein. Everything is just too exposed to me. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was younger, and I had this thought of like, I loved Alyssa Milano and I watched a lot of Charmed. And I was like, what if I write her a letter? Because I thought she was like the most beautiful person in the world. And I'll write her a letter and she'll love it and she'll write me one back. And now I could just DM her if I wanted to, you know? And not that she would respond to me, but you have a direct contact with all of the celebrities. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not just here's the email of somebody who's, they're like, not publisher. What's the other one?
Not who?
Publicist.
Publicist, yeah.
But you are like, and I'm not, not all of them manage their own accounts for sure, but you have an easy contact.
Alyssa Milano definitely does not manage her own account.
I don't know. I think she would.
I
see it.
So huge.
Yeah.
There is no way.
All right. I see what you're doing now. Yeah. I see what you're doing now. She was at the court.
What's she been in recently?
I don't know. She's being an advocate. That's what she's been in. And she also has her own clothing line.
Oh.
Yeah. She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't sleep on her.
All right.
Don't come for Alyssa.
She have a clothing line at JCPenney?
It's like a sports line because she loves, I think, like baseball and everything. So it's different.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. It's different teams.
Wow.
Like I had a brown sweatshirt. It was really cozy. But it was like...
it was an Alyssa Milano Browns?
Uh-huh. I mean, it was just the Browns logo on the front. So, what?
So she's licensing out, like, sports teams for her own line?
Yeah, I think I'm sure they're getting a cut. I would assume they're getting something of the money. They're getting a cut of the money or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know how it works. Don't ask me. I don't know. She's doing it though.
Alyssa Milano.
And good for her.
Browns line.
Yeah. It's all kind. I think she's like a Cubs fan or something.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Is she from Chi-Town?
Yeah, maybe that's wrong.
I don't know.
I don't think she's from... I feel like she's from New York.
Alyssa, write us and let us know.
We know you're listening. Obviously.
We know you got nothing else going on.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Come on.
Speaking of shopping, we did a little shopping today, didn't we?
We did do shopping today.
How was that? Are you comfortable to speak to that experience?
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It's fine. I'm glad we're getting into it. I don't really have anything to say about it. I think it's just like...
It's hard.
I think people always say, because malls used to be obviously such a bigger thing back in the day and like a central point for teenagers to meet up and socialize. And people make it seem as though malls are just going out of style. Yeah. But it was popping today.
It was popping.
So, I mean, I think they're still going on. I'm not saying they're making the sales they used to make because people have other options, but they're still running. Anything. Yeah.
Well, I think that, I just think that you're never going to get 100% away from the feeling of satisfaction of just going to a place. Right. Looking at things,
physically holding them,
and then walking out of a place with that thing.
Yes,
there's an immediate gratification there that the only way like an online retailer would be able to simulate that would be if like VR shopping took off, and then like say you see something almost like almost as if you're seeing it in real life on Amazon, right? Amazon VR. You're like, oh shit, that's a cool shirt. And then it's like some sort of like AR tech shows it what it looks like on you, and you're like, oh, that fits, awesome. And then a drone just like flies it to you in 30 minutes or less. That's the only way. But even then, like, there's still something lost there.
It's still not the same. You still can't replicate it. I mean, the big thing is, the thing that you're missing is everything you just said, because the whole idea is when you order online, it is you have the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere, and you can find better deals. It's easier to kind of shop around. And so there's been many a time I've bought something at a store and thought, fuck, I should have shopped around and gotten it somewhere else. But you're also like, I'm out, I'm here, I want to get this thing. So you're kind of also paying for just the idea of getting it in that moment. So that's part of it.
And the people watching.
Yeah, you loved that.
Yeah, that's honestly the best part, is just seeing weirdos.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at that person.
Yeah. Ugh.
We're talking
Glad
to
I'm not
people.
them. Glad I'm not them.
We were at Journeys today, and some girl was like, can I help you with anything? And I was so pleased with myself because I was so confident. I was like, I'm just browsing, thank you. Any other time, I'm like, I don't know what to say because I'm in public with a person. But, this, I was like,
so funny.
Don't worry, I'm good.
I've literally never had that thought ever.
Yeah.
To an annoying degree almost, because whenever anyone approaches me, my first thought is, am I going to perform for you right now? Or is this going to be a brief interaction because you don't want it?
Yeah.
So it depends on their vibe. Some people want it, some people don't want it.
That's correct, yeah.
But when they do, I am here for
brings it.
I'll take out a little notebook and I'm like, So what did the man? I'm just telling jokes. Like, there's a line forming. You need to move it along.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you. I'm glad you did that.
Thank you very much.
That's great.
But it was a success, right? You got some jeans.
I got jeans.
You got the boyfriend jeans.
I got that little
that look great on me.
Yeah.
You got the pants. Oh yeah, the pantsuit. Yeah.
And then I got the earring.
Yes.
For my,
Yes.
So it was good. And I think, as you say, just browsing is fun. I like a browse. I like picking things up. I like commenting on it.
Yeah.
Like, what's this? Huh? All right, putting it back. What, they selling this now? All right, moving along. Mm-hmm. That's fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm a little bummed we didn't try the Chinese samples, but
oh yeah,
that's always kind of the highlight for me. But
I'm sorry. Well, you could have. I did a little no thanks. I kind of shut it down, didn't I?
Yeah, and we did a good job, I think, avoiding. There was someone there we knew but like just very casually that we know, and we didn't want to talk to them, and so like there's just. I mean, I feel like a Secret Service agent in those moments.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I have to be very aware of where the person's at in relation to me. How far away did they go into Buckle? Okay, let's go into FYE. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see them coming out of Express. Now I'm going to go into American Eagle. And just avoiding that eye contact.
That's right. I put a full face mask on, like a ski mask, whenever I see someone I know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I thought that was someone I knew, but that person doesn't have a face.
It's just a robber.
It's just somebody who's probably trying to steal something.
Yeah.
So that's my That's my thing. Yeah, it's interesting because, I'm obviously social, and the thing, it's about not noticing, right? If you see someone it's avoiding and pretending you're in your own world. And 95% of the time, the other person does not want to talk to you either.
Correct.
Because if it's someone you're interested in, they want to talk to you too, usually, unless you're one of those people. If you're thinking, I want to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
People don't like you.
Yeah.
So just say that.
We really should end like all like societal expectations on socializing just because you know the person.
I want to be able to look at someone, just nod. Like, if we could just acknowledge each other, we won't have to more like, and then be done with it.
Yeah.
That would be great. Because then I don't feel weird about what if I see you. It's just like, hey, I see you, you see me, let's move it along.
Yeah. if there wasn't the expectation, I would be much more happy to even give like a wave, like a hey, what's up, man?
Oh yeah.
Bye.
That's it. That's all you get. I don't need anything. You don't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
I like to one of my fave things is when I'm having a conversation with somebody and we're having a polite convo about something. I like to make it clear about expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone feels like they need to be going one way or the other, I like to be like, we don't need to talk about that. Or if I'm leaving, I'm like, you don't need to hug me. Like, I'm very clear about, because I hate that. Or do we hug? Do we not? Because I'm not really a hugger.
Yeah, me neither.
And it's kind of an uncomfortable position. So I tried to do a little, like, maybe crossing the arms. I'll do a wave. It's kind of like, you stay there, I'm going to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
But some people come in for you.
Yeah.
And I think some of those people aren't always huggers, but they have this idea in their mind, like, she's going to fucking want one. Let me just get this shit out of the way.
Yeah.
But I don't need it. I don't need it.
It's hard. I think some people are just like, they're in hugging societies. Mm-hmm. You know, they're in hugging, we'll say tribes.
Yeah.
And not everyone's in that tribe, you know, and it's hard. And so many social customs they happen, you know, what's the word, subconsciously. They happen under the
radar.
It's pretense is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I see.
And so it's hard to just like, you don't want to, it's so obtuse to have the conversation of like, okay, I'm leaving now. Are you a hugger? Would you like a hug?
Yes.
Should we hug? You know, I'll do that as like a joke, like, oh, should we hug? You want to hug? No? Okay, well, I don't need it. I don't need it, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, and
well,
I usually
because
don't.
the other person now feels uncomfortable about denying you the hug.
Right.
So I like to take it off of them to say, not even asking them if they need a hug. It's just kind of like, you don't need to hug me if you don't. Mm-hmm. It's like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
And if they want to, then they'll say, oh, no, it's fine. And if they don't, they're like, okay. Mm-hmm. Then they have the space. It's not about, do you want one?
Yeah.
Because now I'm putting you in a situation where you have to say no to me, and that's uncomfortable.
Right.
Or my other thing, again, it's taking the choice away from the person who doesn't want to be rude. Mm-hmm. So my best advice to you, if you don't want to hug someone, is standing away from them and doing a wave. Okay, it was good meeting you. Because that shows like, we're done here.
Yeah.
And I'm waving. Because even if you hug someone, like we just had an outing with your mom and two people I didn't really know and they didn't seem like huggers. Yeah. So I hugged your mom and I stood there. I didn't go into them and I did a wave. Like, we don't need to do it. Mm-hmm. Just so they know they didn't need to have it from me.
I wish I had done that.
Yeah.
So bad.
Did you hug?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap.
And
I didn't even notice.
Want it.
Oh, no.
And I'm pretty sure they didn't want it either. I felt like I needed to do it. Just again, pretense.
Yeah.
You know, just to be like, we're close.
Well, because
right?
it's well,
not really.
I mean,
but you
know.
It's.
I think you think like, I don't want to be rude and make you think like,
right.
I don't want to touch you or something.
Right.
Because I also have the knee-jerk reaction to make everyone comfortable and feel loved and cozy. Mm-hmm. But part of that is also acknowledging their boundaries and respecting that.
Yes.
So I always, and you can kind of tell. But I always kind of try to make it seem like I'm not going to encroach on your space because I'm a hugger.
Right.
Because I hate when people are like, this is just what I do. And you're like, yeah, but you're making someone uncomfortable because you think that it's warmth and love and, you know.
Right. And it's hard because it's a guessing game.
It's a guessing game.
Most people don't really state their boundaries like that. You just kind of have to hope for the best. And, you know, like people don't analyze social situations quite like we do. You know, they're just kind of existing. I'm
constantly analyzing them.
And just they either do things or they don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
So I wish I had that, honestly.
Yeah.
I also don't. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you don't need it.
Yeah. So that was cool. It was a good time. And let's see here.
Do you have something for me?
Do I have something for you?
I think you should.
I do have something for you.
Yeah.
Well, but I have so I actually have two things.
Hey, all right.
And one's a little bitty one.
Okay.
But it's so fun that I had to share with you.
Adam's got some toppies ready for me.
Yeah, we're gonna do what we did last week, where we had a big time topic.
BTT.
But before that, I just wanted to share a little news with you, a little news segment with you.
Ooh. Is that not?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking. Ow, you broke my news.
You broke my news.
Ow, my news. It doesn't make any sense.
I liked it.
Okay, so, and I don't know why this was picked up by NBC's Lexington, Kentucky affiliate.
Okay, all right.
This was reported by Lex 18 News.
Oh, perfect.
And I don't. Well, I know why actually, but the story is actually out of Noblesville, Indiana.
Okay.
Listen to this. Okay?
I'm ready.
Baby themed store that caters to adults ordered to close. Right?
Okay.
A store in Noblesville, Indiana is being pressured to close because it may be contributing to a specific fetish. My Inner Baby sells adult diapers, which is, people need those.
Sure.
As well as clothing for adults that mimic children's clothing. City of Noblesville issued the owners a cease and desist order claiming the store is in violation of a zoning ordinance. City says it is a sex shop. However, the owners claim they provide medical devices to people that need them, which I think is true, right? I mean, people do need to buy adult diapers.
Yeah, that's kind of a loophole. Also, no, I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Owner says, I don't know if this is the owner, but someone who works with the store says, we do have many customers. We do. I see you're already on the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they know what's up, right?
We do have many customers who use it for medical needs. We don't distinguish. We don't ask. But also you sell.
Yeah, they're like is the clothing for medical needs? They're like, well, it's it's medically important for you to feel like a baby for your mental health.
Yeah.
Because I will say, from what I know, and I think that the people who do have that, I guess, fetish, a lot of the time it's not sexual in nature. They just want to feel like a baby and taken care of. I'm not saying that's everyone, I'm sure. But from what I've seen, the little I've been exposed to on TV and seeing people like, I like to dress up as a baby. It's really just about loving the need about going back to that stage and not having to do anything, and So, what you find? What else you got?
I think they have a customer here who's talking about it, and she says,
"Brave."
She uses the medical supplies sold at My Inner Baby.
Okay.
She also enjoys the clothes too. She says she uses it as a way to cope with her mental health issues.
See?
Quote, I don't want to be an adult today. I'm going to put on a onesie. I'm just going to watch cartoons and I'm going to take a break. So it is very therapeutic for me.
That's fair. It sounds like Indiana is like, we don't understand it. And then they're just shutting it down. Because I really don't think it's overtly sexual. I think our mind goes there. And I'm not saying people don't. It's just like furries, right? I mean, furries are into some sex shit, but I think a lot of people just enjoy it for just being something else. And I'm here for that.
Owner says, this is not a sex shop. We're not going to be bullied.
Oh, tell them.
You don't get to tell us that your morals don't fit what we are doing, so we're going to stand and we're going to fight back.
Oh, damn. With their bottles.
How does someone get into that business? Wouldn't you think they'd have the fetish?
Yeah, I think they're personally involved. Or they know enough people or are tapping into a market that they're like, who's not in? There has to be, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of shops that you could kind of go anywhere for that's not new. And I can't think of any examples off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of any store like that. So
me neither. That was my first question. Like, is there a market big enough to sustain a business for this type
because the stigma around it, right? I don't know if I had that, I don't think I'd want to walk in public.
No.
Right?
No, not at all. Do you think they're 24/7?
No. But I think they would be open.
Like just like an adult bookstore.
I was about to say, because here's the thing. If you're open late, there's two things implied. One, there is a sexual nature to that.
Yeah.
But also, again, people are probably
people get down and dirty at night.
getting down and dirty with it. I don't know if they do shipping or whatever. I would assume it's there, so most people would just order, or I don't know.
It is hard to be a little sexual around 3 p.m., I think, right? I mean,
that's not sexy
it's
time.
midday, kind of needing a nap, you know. It's not quite.
That's
day's
snack
not quite
time.
over,
That's snack time. That's after lunch, pre-dinner.
Exactly. Which is why I'm going to go get some diapers and onesies because it's snack time, baby.
All right. Well, I'll just have to deal with that. And I want you to live your truth and be cozy. I will talk to you about it with people who are close to me. Keep it in the inner circle.
I like that these kinds of places always pop up in like small towns.
Yeah,
where,
I was thinking that too.
Like when I was a kid, we would go, my youth group would go to a Christian bowling alley that was surrounded by strip clubs, adult bookstores, sex shops. Like, I feel like anytime I see like an abortion is blah, or like, you know, get right with God, it's usually like right next to like a strip club, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, do you not see
the contradiction of it all?
The contradiction.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, how perfectly they actually fit together.
Yeah.
Because it shows such a
idiosyncrasy?
I'm trying to not say bipolar
Yeah.
nature. I'm trying to not say that.
Yeah.
But just, it's like, it's so binary.
Yeah.
Right? It's so like, there's clearly a lot of repression in this community.
Did I say oppositional?
Where they have to go to such extremes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
What did you say?
I don't know.
You said a lot of words I didn't know.
I was throwing words
to.
out there. I was like, what else can I give you?
Yeah. But
you're right.
I find that funny. I think that's
You've made that observation. I think that's absolutely right. It's almost that, you know, this is a crazy thing. When you repress feelings and try to abstain from things, it makes you want to do them more, as opposed to just letting yourself live your life and kind of take things at smaller doses and just not be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
So many people, you know, they're living this life of holier than thou-ness and then doing fucked up shit behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And just deal with it because they're like, well, I'm over here, so it's fine.
Right.
It all makes up for it. But yeah, it's so crazy.
That's crazy.
That's wow,
so
baby.
We're pulling for you. Is it my inner baby?
Yeah, I
or
think
is it my inner child?
I think it's my inner baby.
I think child would be more problematic, right?
I think so too. Well,
which is odd because babies are more vulnerable, right?
Yeah, but child, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We should move on.
It's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get a little weird.
So, tell us your thoughts about my inner baby.
Yeah.
At mail@jcotstudios.com.
I know. I'm glad you shared that. I'm glad you shared that because that is very interesting. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, because they're not closed yet.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to check them out,
anyone wants to donate,
you should. Yeah, give them a little money.
Support their cause, you know.
I get it. Honestly, I'm here for it. I'm won over.
Yeah. So there's that, and then it's time for the big topic.
The big topic. Bam 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 bam. Topic of the week. Yeah. I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna
get a soundbite for that.
I have to. You 100% should.
I want to.
Adam has printed out a novel.
Yeah.
He has used my personal printer and he was like, baby, I used up all the ink. And I thought, okay, don't worry about it, you silly bitch. And then I saw that he just printed just packets of information.
There's probably like 50 pages worth of stuff here.
Yeah, you need to prepare. You're killing the trees.
Yeah.
You're violating nature with this.
So, okay. So
here's I'm
my
excited. Tell me about it.
Okay. So, for my topic, I decided
Say that. Yeah, talk like that.
Talk about the perils of TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah. So, as you know, we've mentioned, this house is a TikTok house.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just lay in bed for an hour at least, just scrolling through TikToks.
We're really unique in that way.
I think as 32-year-olds we are.
I don't think so.
You don't think? You think?
No, I don't think so. Everyone's on that fucking thing. If you're not cool. So, sorry about it. No one's impressed.
Yeah, but when you were just, when you were laying on the couch tonight, just like head throbbing from just hardlining TikToks.
I know, I'm embarrassed.
For 45 minutes, I was like, this might be an interesting thing to bring up.
Yeah, I can't do it for that long. I mean, it's legitimately it's paining me. Mm-hmm. I cannot be. I mean, if it's an hour, it's like you need to get off this fucking thing.
Right,
it's hurting you.
And I've heard a lot of negative things about TikTok. I've heard people, say certain things, which we will get into.
Perfect.
Here. And so I'm just like, why not just take a look? Why don't we just
take
a look and see if there's any validity to any of these?
Ooh, this is a good one.
These Clizaims here.
Clizaims, let's do it.
Okay, so I'd say 80% of this is just shit I printed off Wikipedia. So take all of this with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So TikTok. Okay. Known in China as Douyin, right? Okay. Yeah. Go on with it, baby. Okay. So I hate TikTok.
Yeah, she gets real angry about it.
TikTok.
Yeah, she thinks it's destroying the youth.
I hate the Chinese. Whoa, Fiona. That's not okay. All right.
She's yelling out
economic
here.
Rivals.
Yeah, she's worried about it. She thinks they're going to take over.
Maybe. TikTok. Known in China as Douyin. Right? I think we all know what this is, right? It's a short-form video hosting service owned by Chinese company ByteDance. Okay? It sounds so sterile the way they describe it here. Hosts a variety of short-form user videos from genres like pranks, stunts, tricks, jokes, dance, and entertainment. Well, how about edutainment, huh? So much edutainment on TikTok. With durations from 15 seconds to 10 minutes. Wow.
10 minutes?
I don't think I've ever seen a 10-minute TikTok.
I didn't know it was up to that.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That is too much. Also, people couldn't go live as
yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah, they do.
As long as they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. TikTok, international version of Douyin, which was originally released in China in 2016. Here's what I find interesting is apparently, like, 2016 was when the product was released, and I think the company ByteDance, from what I saw, has only been around for 10 years, so they kind of hit the ground running. So I'm wondering, like, who gave them the money to like start this thing and make it such a huge thing so quickly? I mean, it had to have the backing of some pretty major companies.
Well, I think
in China.
Didn't they change it to Musical.ly? Because Musical.ly is how it started, and it was just like a teenager.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Let's see. TikTok was launched in 2017 for iOS and Android, most markets outside of mainland China. However, it became available worldwide only after merging with another Chinese social media service, Musical.ly, on August 2nd, 2018. Let me see here. A lot of this data is from 2020.
Because I know before that, I don't know when Vine was popular, because that was the other big thing before that was Vine. Right. Which is so funny how long ago that was now in relation to everything.
I mean, that was like 10 years ago, right? Vine?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. My concept of time is so fucked now.
I mean, 2012, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. Since its launch in 2016, TikTok and Douyin rapidly gained popularity in virtually all parts of the world. TikTok surpassed 2 billion mobile downloads worldwide in October 2020.
I'm not even surprised.
So that's, I mean, how many more you think since then, you know? Uh-huh. Let's see here. TikTok has been subject to criticism over psychological effects such as addiction, as well as controversies over inappropriate content, censorship, moderation, user privacy. Sounds like it's just making waves, and they're trying to make art, man.
That water is choppy.
Yeah. So I highlighted a few things here. I kind of did some spot reading, just some interesting tidbits here. In September of 2021, TikTok reported that it reached 1 billion users.
Like consistent.
Like just
Like
1
signing
billion people have created an account with TikTok.
Okay.
And then in 2021, also TikTok earned $4 billion in advertising revenue.
I
one
can't
year.
imagine how like fucking much money they have.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. In ad revenue alone.
Yeah. We should buy some ads.
Yeah, we should buy some ads.
I wonder how much a TikTok ad costs.
I don't know.
We should make some TikTok ads.
I know we should.
What a great idea. Yeah, I'll do a couple dances and check it out. You know?
Adam wants me to do dances so bad.
Now here's the Musical.ly portion. Mm-hmm. So in November 2017, ByteDance, which again is the parent company of TikTok, spent up to $1 billion to purchase Musical.ly, a startup headquartered in Shanghai with an overseas office in Santa Monica. Musical.ly was a social media video platform, allowed users to create short lip sync and comedy videos. Initially released in 2014.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
It was well known, especially younger audiences.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense, right? They're like, well, let's buy Musical.ly because they already have the foothold in as a digital platform, and I'm sure they also have digital infrastructure in the U.S.
You're not recreating the wheel. Is that what they say?
Well, you're using infrastructure that's already there and just slapping TikTok
Yeah,
over
but
it,
is that the phrase? Rebuilding the wheel?
It is reinventing the wheel.
Reinventing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But let's see here. So they merged in 2018, made a larger video community. So that's when Musical.ly ended, apparently. It was in 2014.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the reason it has to be separate, like Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok.
Okay.
Because if I'm not mistaken, China has an intranet.
Yes, I've heard about
self-contained.
This.
So their internet is self-contained, and therefore, the state has complete control over.
Right.
It.
Oh, right.
And so you can only post things that are state approved.
Yes. There are more restrictions on it.
Or you get the boot. So yeah, most of the they talk a lot about features here, which is like, come on, we already kind of know what that's about. But let's see here. Oh, here's an interesting thing. I didn't know this existed. One of the newest features as of 2020 is the virtual items of small gestures feature. It's based on China's big practice of social gifting. Since this feature was added, many beauty companies and brands created a TikTok account to participate and advertise the feature. With COVID-19 lockdown in the U.S., social gifting has grown in popularity. According to a TikTok rep, the campaign was launched as a result of the lockdown to build a sense of support and encouragement with the TikTok community during these tough times. Which I think I saw something here about if you're over 18, followers can send virtual gifts that can be later exchanged for money.
Oh,
which is weird. I didn't know about any of that.
They've just made a different currency.
Cryptocurrency?
A cryptocurrency, perhaps.
God.
Okay.
So here's the demo info, right?
Oh, okay.
So let's see here. TikTok appeals to younger users. 41% of its users are between the ages of 16 and 24. That's
not surprising. 41. Actually, that's small. That's
lower,
smaller
honestly.
than I thought it was, because I associate TikTok with Gen Zers, and
Yeah,
there's a lot
same.
of different. I see all kinds of ages on there for sure, but
Yeah.
We all associate TikTok with Gen Zers. I think.
Well, here's my next question.
Yeah.
If it's 41%, 16 to 24, how many people under 16? Like, what's that demographic? 'Cause-
I don't know. I think I'm assuming that you can't have one if you're under 16, so they probably don't have that data.
Yeah, I wonder.
But people be lying, so.
Oh, yeah,
we'd
I
have to.
lie- I
I don't
lie
know
all
if
the
you have
time.
that of how old you have to be, but that's what I would assume.
But I have a hard time believing 59% of users are over 24. Also.
I know, I agree. I think that's interesting.
There are a lot of oldies.
I mean, millennials are a big fucking group. We're big pop, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But so among these users, 90% say that they use the app daily. I can confirm that.
100%.
Because it's so easy to just get in.
It's so easy.
But let's see here. TikTok's geographical use has shown that, oh, really? That's weird. 43% of new users are from India. That's weird because I think it says...
There's a lot of people in India.
My research later on that we'll see, I think is that India... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was banned in India.
Oh, because too many people were on there.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But here's the interesting thing. So first quarter of 2022, there were 100 million active monthly users in the U.S. The average user daily was spending, listen to this. Can you guess how long?
Oh, wait, are we saying per day on how many hours per day?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess 4 to 5 at
4 to
average.
5 total hours per day?
Yeah.
Okay, you're really highballing it.
Is that too high? Okay, but here's the thing. I'm not thinking consecutively. Is it consecutive? Because I'm thinking you get up.
Consecutive.
It's not. Okay, yeah, no, I stick with that.
It's
easy.
Comprehensive. Oh, well, it's not
because
correct.
if you're okay, well, are you shocked that I went that high?
Yeah, you kind of took the.
No, I did one of those where it's like you guess. Okay, hold on. Let me go.
Honestly,
probably like an hour and a half.
Oh, so much more than an hour. The average daily use is an hour and 25 minutes on the app.
Oh my god!
Opening TikTok 17 times a day on average.
That is much lower than I thought.
Really?
Much lower.
Honestly, I would say that's kind of in line because I mean we'll spend an hour to an hour and a half just mindlessly scrolling through videos.
Yeah,
like, that sounds
I think it just depends on the day. I guess I'm thinking like, a lot of people are working, but after work, it's so easy to get in that bubble. Like if I'm done with work, let's say you got a normal 9 to 5 or whatever, or like even if you're just working like a normal shift, whatever time you aren't working.
Yeah.
I assume you could easily get sucked in for 2 hours. Easily if you've got the time. So I was thinking it was higher than that for sure.
I think after an hour, my brain really starts cooking.
Yeah, well, me too. That's like, but even let's say, even if you aren't doing like that time in one sitting. Yeah. You're in the morning, you got some time, 30 minutes. Oh, you got to do something. All right, later you have more time, an hour and a half. You do something. Okay, you're back before sleep, another hour. Yeah. I just think it'd be really easy to go over that. So that is a lot lower than I thought.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and there's some more here that I think speaks to that I would like to hit, but just a couple of other little tidbits here. Let's see. Why did I highlight this? I
don't know what you do.
Oh yeah, just like interesting like phenomena that have occurred because of TikTok. So I don't know if you remember this, but in June of 2020, TikTok users and K-pop fans claimed to have registered potentially hundreds of thousands of tickets for President Trump's campaign rally in Tulsa. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I told you this when we were watching that documentary.
Right. Well, I don't remember you reminding me about that, but
I told him. Everyone, I told him.
We saw that new documentary. What was it called? Was it Unprecedented?
Unprecedented, yeah. And I was like, oh, this is when all the TikTokers took all the tickets.
Yeah.
And Adam was like, is this bitch talking again?
I was like, give me the more keto ice cream, please.
Yeah, that's right. And I was like, of course, my love.
What an interesting documentary that was.
Yes, absolutely. Huh? But I think that itself really showed the power that TikTok had. That was a crazy thing for sure.
So registered hundreds of thousands of tickets.
By Trump was like, no.
Communication on TikTok, contributing to rows of empty seats at the event. Later, in October 2020, an organization called TikTok for Biden was created to support then presidential candidate Joe Biden. After the election, the organization was renamed to Gen Z for Change. I wonder what they're up to. What are they changing?
I mean, hopefully they're doing some shit. I don't know.
It's funny how the things that people have chosen to put on this Wikipedia page. Yeah. It's just like this person wrote a song. And what? Shut up.
Okay. Didn't need to know that. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also, well, you know what? I was going to go off on a tangent. I'm going to shut up about that. I'll let you flip through all of your many pages here.
So, as you can imagine, TikTok has not been without its controversy. It has been banned in a number of countries, all the ones you probably expect. Iran, Iranians cannot access TikTok because both TikTok rules. Because of both TikTok rules and Iranian censorship. It's probably why all the Iranians I've met kind of suck. They're pissed.
They need more TikTok? Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Why are you so dude, chill out.
Chill out.
I don't have TikTok.
You're like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me.
Accent.
That's valid. Yeah, please don't.
The Indian government banned TikTok, along with 58 other mobile apps, Chinese developers or investors, including WeChat, which I think is owned by Tencent.
Yeah, I've heard of WeChat.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of WeChat, but Tencent is a big player in the video game industry.
Okay.
They've been buying up like major stakes in like heavy duty video game corporations.
Oh, okay.
I think the biggest one being Epic Games. They're the ones who do they have Fortnite. You know Fortnite, right?
Oh, I mean, who doesn't?
I think Tencent's got a pretty big stake in that company.
Every kid loves Fortnite, I think.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think Bangladesh has removed a ton of videos, but I don't think they've outright banned it.
Okay.
And
just
then,
really censoring.
Really censoring, and then again, you know, do you remember? In August of 2020, Trump was trying to sign an order to ban TikTok.
Yeah.
If it was,
I just love how he's so against, government control and free speech, but he's like, but also I get to control things.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't know.
That dude is such a fucking idiot.
He's so stupid. It's just,
Oh, we can just nuke it, right?
Yeah.
We can do that, right? Why can't I do that? Let's see here, but they're apparently they were thinking about doing it. TikTok considered selling the American portion of its business, held talks with companies including Microsoft, Walmart, Oracle. On September 18th, TikTok filed a lawsuit. I just love that this is an actual court title, TikTok v. Trump, on September 23rd, 2020. I'm not going to do all this bullshit. I think what happened ultimately was, there was an executive order signed to ban TikTok, but it never went into effect. Looks like a U.S. judge temporarily blocked the ban, and then let's see here.
I wonder how many executive orders Trump.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
So it looks like it was struck down in court, and then obviously when our boy
Joey B
came in, he signed an executive order revoking the Trump administration banned, and was like, well, let's investigate them, see what they're up to.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting thing. So I've heard a lot of people say that, like, TikTok, it's a Chinese app, so they got your data. They're giving all your data to China. In June, and there's actually another article that talks about this more. In June 2022, reports emerged that ByteDance employees in China could access U.S. data and repeatedly access the private information of TikTok users.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok employees were cited saying that everything is seen in China, while one director claimed a Beijing-based engineer referred to as a master admin has access to everything. So yeah, from what I understand, the way they sold this originally was like, all of the, Douyin servers are in China, all of the TikTok American. So basically, like, whatever country the app is being presented in, like all the servers that house the data for those users are within that country.
Okay.
But
the information, the umbrella of it all it's from China, because like ultimately own the app.
It's like just because the data is stored in the US
Right.
doesn't mean
they can't access
you can't
it.
route that traffic to China.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the time.
That makes sense. Sure.
But yeah, so there's, apparently, so it sounds like they could be getting.
I mean,
your shit.
I think when I heard that, I wasn't like, okay. I was like, obviously. I mean, we're so exposed and vulnerable to so much shit.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us are just kind of like, what are you gonna do if you're part of this? If you want to use shit, you're just gonna be exposed. And I think you can do all you can to avoid that. But I mean, ultimately, if you're doing some shady shit, you just gotta take extra precaution.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
My question is, and unfortunately, I don't think any of my research really addresses this. I think, I think the problem here is like whatever data you're giving TikTok, like there is absolutely 100% chance that the Chinese government could get access to it.
Yeah.
Just because of the way that, Chinese companies just have to play ball with the state. Like there's nothing that the Chinese government can't get if they ultimately want that information, right? The question is like, what kind of data are we giving them, and
that would be useful to them.
Why are they interested in it? Yeah. I mean, I think I saw something about
what's the motive of my people's dancing videos? Because my bank information isn't attached to it, but is there some information you're getting from what I've put on the app to access that?
Oh, sure.
Because if you think about passwords people use, if you're getting information about who they are from the app, you could probably because a lot of people's passwords are like basic shit that you could probably figure out. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
Because that's how like these celebrities get hacked, because it's like their dog's name is their password.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, I'm awesome 30.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think there's other ways of accessing it without directly having information, that would get you into a bank account or something.
Right. I mean, I think the basic assumption is that like the information that they're probably getting the most access to is like marketing information.
Yeah, that's what it's about, right? How are we going to get the money? Because for the most part, let's be real, like they don't give a fuck about a lot of the videos that are out there. A lot of it is trash, even the people with many followers. I mean, most of the stuff they're probably not going to care. There's, I mean, would you say like 1 billion users in the U.S.? 1 billion?
I said 100 million active users in the U.S. on a monthly basis.
Okay, 100 million.
A billion users total.
Oh, right, because there's only like 284 million. Isn't there in the U.S.? Isn't the population 284?
No, it's like 3. It's like 384.
Okay, but less than 1 billion, essentially.
Definitely less than 1 billion. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I that's, yeah.
But so I found another article in the Guardian, and this is based out of Australia. Claiming that
that's not right.
TikTok, compared to other social media platforms, harvests data much more aggressively. See here. Cybersecurity experts warned Australian TikTok users that the Chinese government could use the app to harvest personal information from in-app messages with friends to precise device locations.
Oh. Well, I never have my location on, so I'm safe. I don't know. Also, side note, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I know someone in my improv troupe does this. I use mine for navigation and then I immediately turn it off after, and Adam hates it so much. I just don't want to give them, I don't want to make it easy.
I mean, if I try to use your fucking Waze app and
He's so
I
mad.
turn on location,
He's so mad.
I mean, I feel like I'm cracking a safe. I feel like I'm in Ocean's 11 or something.
I mean, you don't get mad. I mean, to a degree that like you
internally,
I'm
really, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how much you'll tolerate.
Yeah,
but
I won't tolerate that.
Like audibly upset.
Turn your
fucking I don't have it.
Location.
I was like, okay, so he just doesn't even want to use my phone.
I don't.
So
I never will. So what's different about the way TikTok collects data? So listen to this. TikTok's data collection methods include the ability to collect user contact lists, access calendars, scan hard drives, including external ones, and geolocate devices on an hourly basis.
What?
Yeah, listen to this. When the app is in use, this is Robert Potter, co-CEO of Internet 2.0. Don't know what that is. Oh, one of the editors of the report. When the app is in use, it has significantly more permissions than it really needs. It grants those permissions by default. When a user doesn't give it permission, TikTok persistently asks. If you tell Facebook you don't want to share something, it won't ask you again. TikTok is much more aggressive. The application can and will run successfully without any of this data being gathered. This leads us to believe that the only reason the information has been gathered is for data harvesting, it concluded.
Now I'm looking. Because let's be real, nobody reads the privacy policies. It's been updated. I'm like, I'm going to use this regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Most of the concern in the report focuses on permissions sought on Android devices because Apple's iOS significantly limits what information an app can gather. Interesting.
Oh, so Apple is
Swing.
more...
Yeah, I think that is sort of the narrative, that Apple is generally much more protective of their users' data than Android. Android's just fucking... They don't give a fuck.
Okay, no, I'm pro Android. I disagree.
I mean,
but
facts are facts, though.
Okay, so now I'm looking at I'm trying to like get in here because I don't know if anyone else had this issue, had TikToks. You know, it's like they have the suggest your account, so you're just on there and fucking all your people. Like I have it on, so I'm not suggesting my TikTok account to anyone. Whoever sees it just randomly finds it. I'm not putting it out there. But I'm trying to figure out if I can turn that off now. I don't know what that setting is. All right. Well, I'll get to it later. Oh my God. I have to clear my cache. 226 M? That's megabytes, isn't it? Okay. All right. Not that much.
So looks like they're consistent saying their app doesn't connect to China, isn't accessible to Chinese authorities, and wouldn't cooperate with Chinese authorities.
That's what they're saying for who's Okay.
But the report that this article is referencing found that Chinese authorities can actually access device data by sending tracked bots to the app. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
consistently saw data geolocating back to China. Don't know what that means. Wasn't clear what data was being sent, just that the app was connecting to Chinese servers. TikTok Australia admitted its staff in China were able to access Australian data.
I wonder if a VPN would help that.
Minimize the number of people who have access to data and limit it only to people. Well, no, because
it wouldn't.
I mean, a VPN would mask. We're getting real techie here.
I know. I want to know
your location. It'll map your IP address.
Yeah.
Right. So if
but not the information in it.
Right. I mean, if the app is asking for certain pieces of information and it's allowing that, like, VPN is not going to mask it.
I see.
VPN is just going to mask, like, say you're accessing something that you don't want other people to see that you're accessing. A VPN will mask that.
Okay, but specific apps, you're saying it's not gonna the technology for if you download a specific app, it's different than just browsing on the internet.
Because you're connecting directly to TikTok.
Yes,
servers,
I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
And it's asking for information you've already provided. So
sucks. I want to keep using it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep using it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's most of the shit that I use is like I'm just accepting that I'm exposed to everything because who's really going off the grid besides like crazy conspiracy theorists that I'm sure a majority they have a point.
Yeah.
But we want to live in a world where we can experience things and enjoy them. So part of that is just being constantly exposed.
Yeah. I mean, the question is just do you want corporations in the United States to have your data, or do you want corporations in China to have your data? Yeah. I mean, I think there is always like the lesser of two evils argument, but
it's all bad. Yeah.
I wanted to pull up some research on like behavioral studies of TikTok users.
I would be interested in that.
Just like we said,
what's the data on that?
It's clearly, I mean, just from our personal experience, it's clearly designed to have like this dopamine hijacking.
It's like I've heard studies like that in just social media in general in terms of likes and validation and what that is and the addiction around it. So that's definitely a thing.
Right. But unfortunately, Your printer ran out of ink. So
okay, well, you printed out 20 million pages.
Yeah, I did. But I can read.
And are these not double? Baby. All right, I have to say this. I'm always double-siding this shit. This motherfucker printed out 1 million pages, did not double-side it, and is using a portion of the information he is reading to me. Yeah. And this font is huge.
Yeah.
Well, what is this?
I got to be able to read it.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely buying me. I already bought the ink. Is this Marco Rubio? What is this? I'm looking at the other things you said.
So I do have a little bit on addiction concerns.
Right.
Let's see here. Concerns that some users may find it hard to stop using TikTok. Can confirm. I
think if I deleted it, I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, well.
Because I'm superior.
Can you get that far? Let's say.
Delete it?
Yeah.
Okay, should I do it now?
No.
Okay. I'll do it and we'll see how long I can go.
In April 2018, an addiction reduction feature was added to the Chinese version, Douyin. This encouraged the users to take a break every 90 minutes. So right at the average.
That's fucked
that
up.
People already use it.
Also, I mean, but we do get that. Hold up. You've been scrolling for nobody is.
Oh, really? Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. I think everyone, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I used to get it, not a lot, but I would see it. Hold up. You've been scrolling for a minute. And it's, the thing of, and I don't know if anyone would look at that and think, okay, that has been too long. And I put timers on my apps, like TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. And I don't think when I'm on it for that long that a timer is like, bitch, you're done. I think I frequently will just say ignore the timer, but
I don't think I've ever seen anything with less authority than smartphone timers.
I know.
I've never ignored anything so hard.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Fuck you.
The resentment that you have. Yeah. That isn't necessarily completely, I was going to say necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving along.
Yeah. So many were also concerned with the apps affecting users' attention spans due to the short form nature of content. There's a concern of many TikTok's audience are younger children whose brains are still developing.
Yeah.
Makes
okay.
sense.
So can I speak on this real quick?
Yeah.
I think that in general, I don't think we can blame TikTok for that. Obviously, it's like, it's exasperating. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I have moments. But if TikTok wasn't there, it'd be something else, right? I mean, social media is specifically designed to do that and have you become dependent upon it. So we can't directly blame TikTok. These kids are growing up in a time where, again, they live and breathe technology. When I worked at Verizon, I had so many parents come in and say, or grandparents more likely saying, yeah, my grandson, he's so smart. He's just so good with a tablet. I'm like, I hate to tell you, lady, it's not because he's super smart. It's because he's just getting it at a young age because parents are like, I can't deal with this shit right now, which is fair. Absolutely no shade to that. Yeah. Not a mom, but I fucking get why you do that.
Right.
And they know how to use this shit because they're growing up with it. I'm not saying your grandkid isn't smart, but I'm just saying a lot of those grandkids know how to use this fucking iPad.
It doesn't make you unique.
It doesn't make you.
Yeah.
Your grandkid isn't special.
It's also a modern marvel of UX design. Like those things are designed to be so intuitive to use. It's just, press button, it does thing, got it.
Yes, it's supposed to be mindless.
It's supposed
to
be
the whole
mindless.
intent is so that you can use it, because the more frustrated you'll become to use something, the less you're going to use it. So it should be that way to encourage you to use it more. That makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. So, are you over this? Do you want to keep going, or
if you got some more facts for me, homie?
Yeah,
they better be good facts. So if not,
I've got just a couple of interesting.
Yeah, throw them out there.
Here.
I'm here. I'm listening. I don't have anywhere else to be.
So listen to this. Just interesting ways that TikTok has ruined people's lives here. In July of 2020, Egypt sentenced 5 women to 2 years in prison over TikTok videos. One of the women,
of course,
had encouraged other women to try and earn money on the platform.
Good for her.
Another woman was sent to prison for dancing. The court also imposed a fine of 300,000 Egyptian pounds on each defendant.
I wonder how that equates to the American dollar.
Well, it says 300,000 Egyptian pounds is
Uh-huh.
14,600 British pounds.
Oh, and they're I don't know where we're at with the British pounds. Wait, but they're in euros, are they not?
No.
They're not. British is
Definitely not now.
Oh, right. 'Cause yeah, you're right. I missed that whole chunk of time in history.
Yeah.
Just went right by me. Okay.
A lot's happened in the last 2 years.
You're right. You're right.
So you know.
Yeah.
This is a weird one. A viral TikTok trend known as devious licks. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I have heard of
It
this.
involves students vandalizing.
I heard of this from I'm sorry, I just want to tell you really quick. A client's mom told me this.
Yeah.
And I thought she was being crazy.
Yeah.
That like her, one of my clients, I think she heard it from, I don't know, someone else. And she was telling me about this and I was like, okay. Because I've heard some shit from my clients' families and I looked it up and I was like, damn.
What is it?
It's like I think if I'm not mistaken, this is like kids doing pranks in the schools that are extremely destructive to the schools. Yeah. And I don't know if anyone knows this, but they don't have a lot of fucking money and they're doing like pulling out sinks, like crazy shit that's incredibly destructive and I'm assuming, costly. But just to, get views of like, we're doing that. And that's the only example I can think of, but just like over the top shit. Yeah. And that's like the challenge or something that you're like, oh, we're doing that. Like, I promise you these teachers are not making enough money. Yeah. They do not have the funds because all of the money is going to the military and the police. They are not being allocated correctly. And these teachers have to, I'm going to step down from the soapbox, but that's what it is.
I'm bleeping.
Do you have other facts?
Out.
Do you have other facts? No.
I'm bleeping all of it out.
No, it's important.
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. Vandalization.
Yeah. Does it say specifically in schools or is it just general?
Yeah, no, it's in schools.
It is in schools. Okay.
Or stealing school property.
Where are teachers at? Please confirm.
Listen to this. This is another thing. Wall Street Journal reported that doctors experience a surge in reported cases of tics. Like nervous ticks,
Oh, I was thinking of the insects.
Increasing number of TikTok tied to an increasing number of TikTok videos from content creators with Tourette syndrome.
Oh, no way.
Doctors suggested that the cause may be a social one, as users who consume content showcasing various tics would sometimes develop tics of their own.
I've seen a lot of, not a lot. I think I've seen like 3 that I can remember, different TikTokers who have tics, which I thought was great that they're spreading the awareness of how they deal with them and like the phrases and what you kind of think it is. And then I also saw a story of a TikToker who pretended to have tics. Oh, really? For clout.
Well, I heard of that Twitch streamer who had Tourette's, and that was her whole
who legit has
thing.
Tourette's? Yeah.
Yeah. And she was
that's
also
what it is, isn't it?
hot, I think. So
of course, that's acceptable now.
Yeah. So
if you're attractive, you can get away with anything.
Well, what a crazy implication that.
Oh my God.
Something like Tourette syndrome is.
I don't think we can actually.
Behavior.
The thing, like statistically speaking, when we talk about correlations with these things, it is so difficult to actually be able to, definitively say that that's what it is. You can say there's some connection, but I think it would be incredibly difficult to say it's from TikToks. I just
TikTok
don't think you
made
could do that. It would, I
is
just
TikTok
don't.
the new television?
Yeah. Oh, honestly though,
it'll rot your brain.
Yeah. Don't be too. Remember, you couldn't be too close to the screen.
Yeah.
Or else some shit. I don't know. I think that was disproven.
The devil will get you through TV.
Oh, yeah.
So the last thing I have here, comment on the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Oh, okay. Let's get into it.
In response to the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, TikTok banned new Russian posts and live streams. However, a study by Tracking Exposed found out that TikTok had blocked all non-Russian content, but has continued to host old videos uploaded by Russia-based accounts and permitted Russian state media to continue posting, described as establishing a splinter net within a global social. I'm guessing this is TikTok in Russia.
Okay, right. So TikTok was essentially like, we're not doing this shit because Russia doesn't know how to act right.
So, it sounds like they're kind of bending a little bit to Russia. They've blocked all non-Russian content, but has continued to host old videos uploaded by Russia-based accounts.
Okay.
And permitted Russia state media to continue posting. TikTok's vague censorship has permitted pro-Kremlin news, but blocked foreign accounts and critics of the war. As a result, Russians are left with a frozen TikTok dominated by pro-war content.
Oh, no way.
Which really interesting because,
that
again,
is interesting.
Political implications of that because China's kind of like, yo.
Yeah, they get it because China's like, we see what you're doing.
Do what you got to do, Russia.
Honestly, we're all about taking charge. Yeah. We're all about the government knows best. People are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
See, this is why it's like, this is why the socialist agenda is so popular.
Yeah.
Is it's people saying like, we don't want these fucking like high society people making decisions for us that don't get it. Because if we're talking about people with power, right? We're talking about the government, and a lot of times they have, more resources, more money, and they don't understand the kind of struggles of common man. Even if they did struggle in the beginning, when you've been, away from that life for so long, it's difficult for you to relate after a certain period of time. So I think a lot of people are looking at this, and they just have to, deal with the choices of the government. And I'm not completely pro-socialist, but there's a lot of I want to say I don't think it's a perfect system. I know, it's so funny. I talked to like my religions professor in college, and I was like,
so hard right now.
I was like, so I'm interested in some of the points.
Yeah,
go on. I don't think it's
there's some ideas there. Maybe
there's some deals there. There's ideas. Oh no, I've been drinking. Ideas there. But I'm just saying that I can understand the notion of someone saying, I'm so fucking fed up with somebody who doesn't understand my struggle dictating what I should do,
That's absolutely, I completely understand that. Yes. Well, I think the reason why I wanted to bring that up is, I remember early on in the war, there was this Ukrainian TikToker who kept popping up in my feed, who was giving us like really like detailed like on the ground information.
Was it a woman?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I know you're
giving information about what her experience has been in Ukraine, and I think she was in Kyiv, so she wasn't like super close to the battleground. The war zone, right? But still just like giving a perspective of like how they're dealing with it.
Yeah.
From a day-to-day perspective.
Yeah, the news is so skewed.
But what's interesting is I don't see that person anymore. Like where did that account go?
I have thoughts about that because I think that, I've seen so many accounts that have discussed, how TikTok has not pushed certain content. Like they've said, these videos get pushed and these don't. Like a lot of Black creators and people of color do not have their TikToks pushed as much as white people because all of these, these white fucking racists running around. I'm just going to say, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there pushing, this kind of really hateful content that aren't having their videos taken down as much as these Black and people of color creators who are saying something that, I don't know, maybe quote unquote controversial in someone's eyes because they're speaking the truth, or they're saying something that's considered, again, quote unquote bullying.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of disparity when it comes to that stuff on TikTok. I think that people like it because it's a platform that has so many different kind of people and different stories, which I love, but there's still a lot of kind of censorship in there.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully that young lady is okay.
Yeah.
Because that's very scary.
Yeah. So, little bit of info for all you conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments.
Your thoughts. Yeah, that was a good topic, baby.
Yeah, I'm scared now.
That was great.
I feel like we're going to get black bagged now.
I know. Well, we just got to say what we got to say. If you don't like it, fuck you.
Sorry
no,
about
just
it.
kidding. Just kidding. Again, I think what people say is if you don't like something, you have control over your life. You just don't listen to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to do. Let's be real. Just you pick your own path.
Yeah.
Do you, baby boo. So
all right. That was great.
I loved it.
We're going to go have a nice little sleepy time, right?
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. I need a wind
Watch
down
another John
period.
Candy movie.
Yeah.
I need some John Candy now.
We don't need to get into it, but we just
low tech.
watched. Was it Who's Harry Crumb?
Yeah, Who's Harry Crumb?
And there is an insanely racist scene in that. I encourage everyone to look it up. It's
funny.
so offensive. And there's so many fucking movies from, back in the day and not so long ago, but that are so outwardly offensive, unapologetically offensive.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was a real
I was
treat.
taken aback. Yeah. I'm sure you loved it. You're controversial. Controversial.
It's just funny to think
It was really offensive.
the way it used to be, I mean, it's...
Because it wasn't even just the blackface, which was blackface.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he wasn't black, but it's blackface.
It was Indian face.
Yeah. It's a fucking white dude not being white.
Yeah.
And then you have another person who was like the hotel worker, I think, or whoever at the whatever building they were at.
Yeah.
He's just like making racial slurs at the non-Indian John Candy. So it's not even just the trope of like he's a white dude pretending to be a person of color. It's another white dude being like, I'm racist. Just outwardly racist. So just give it a look up. Just check it out if you have got time and be offended.
Legend.
All right. I don't support that, but okay.
All right.
All right. Yay. Woo. Thanks, guys.
All right. Next week.
Bye.
Bye.